Do you want to support me while also getting some cool WWE swag? Well, now you can, because I am an affiliate of WWEshop.com. Just head to the link in the description of this video, click that little bad boy, and it will bring up WWE Shop. Purchase as normal, whether it's shirts, whether it's championship titles, whether it's memorabilia, anything you want on WWE Shop, as long as you use my link, because doing so will give me a commission off your purchase. Therefore, you can support me and rep the WWE's latest swag all throughout their shop. So just head to the link in the description of this video, purchase as normal, and you're also supporting me. I think I'm balding. I just noticed that on the... I'm like, am I balding? Is my hair thinning? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you know what I've noticed? Ever since, like, especially when we do record this, because we record on video and, like, online, so we can see it in front of us. But now on the project, we've got the flip screen, so we can see what the cameras see. Mm-hmm. I'm so vain. I'm forever looking at myself going, like, is my hair all right?
Oh, I do it all the time.
And then
I Twitch stream, and half the time I'm just looking at myself in the corner like, I could be in someone's full screen right now. What am I looking like? Someone was just like, you know, the fade's got to be nice, like the beard's got to be nice. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm vain as hell.
Oh, yeah, so am I. I'm definitely vain. Self-centered. How you been going?
Fantastic. Life has been actually great. I'm not even actually... That sounds sarcastic when I say it, doesn't it? But it isn't. Life is good.
That one
I'm in a good spot in my life.
That one didn't sound sarcastic at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Life is just... I don't know. Not everything in my life is perfect, but life is just good. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a win.
How's life with you?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I've got a bit of a funny story about work later that I'll tell you, which is pretty good.
I've got a story for later too, but we'll save it for once we get to the question and all that bullshit.
I had a big day today, as we were just briefly chatting about. At the project, we were fortunate enough to be invited by the higher powers to the Crows today. Have a chat with the CEO Tim Silvers and media manager and all of that, and watch training. They bought us lunch and a coffee and just chatted about sort of...
They shouted you a coffee. Let's go.
Yeah.
You're in the Crows paybook, basically.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. So, yeah, we went down, watched the boys train. They're looking fit and hot and firing, ready to go for a big season.
Ready.
So, yeah, no, it was a good morning. Got to... go in there. We were having a chat with their social media guy afterwards in the cafe, just going through some stuff and, you know, what he he was asking us sort of what we thought, how we think they're going as a social media team, which honestly, I think the Crows social media is amazing. Really, I've said it 100 times. They do a really good job, and then all the players were like filing into the cafe for a coffee at lunchtime, and it was very distracting with all of them just walking around. I was worried for friend of ours, Sophie, and co-member of the podcast, the project, sorry. She was sitting outside the cafe with a couple of the others, just chatting, and you know how much she loves Fog and Lairdy, and when they walk past her in their freshly showered singlets, I worried for her health.
I would have started sweating as well, right along with her, so I'm okay. That's cool, though. I seen pictures and stuff that Sophie had put up on her socials and stuff like that, and just stuff around on Twitter and all of that kind of stuff as well. And it was, I don't know, it's just kind of like, I know I haven't been like following the Crojet for all that long in the grand scheme of things. It's been like a year and a half or whatever. But like, sometimes I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Those are people, a lot of those people are my friends, and they're just at the Crows headquarters. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was good. Like, it wasn't just us. There was a couple of the other podcasts there, which was good to meet them. Like, I didn't know much about them. I'm very oblivious to that sort of thing. I always say to the other guys, I'm so wrapped up in myself that I don't even notice the others. But
when you're Ray, doesn't matter about anything else.
Yeah, so did that. Went big Christmas shopping this afternoon. I actually awkward story. I was in Rebel Sports. Not an ad. But
love Rebel. They can sponsor us if they want to.
Not an ad, but willing to make it an ad. So we were in Rebel and I heard my name, like someone say my name, and I was like, turned around and looked at the guy, and I was like, "Hey, how you going?" And he's like, "Oh, it's such and such. I used to work for such and such. It's just someone that I apparently knew from work." I was like, "Hey, how you going?" I walked away.
I was going to say, if this is turning into another fan story, I was about to fucking shut this podcast off. I was like, nope. I can't have Ray getting recognised twice in a couple of weeks.
Well, the first time I didn't get recognised. So
well, you thought you were getting recognised. That's the thing.
But I walked away going, I have no idea who that was. But I was supposed to, and I didn't. But anyway, I guess that's what it is.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. And then
I did Christmas shopping last week.
Yeah, how'd you go?
My mum was like, "You still off?" I was still off work last week. She was like, "Let's get up to a shopping centre in Adelaide. Let's crank out some Christmas shopping." My little brother's birthday is, well, as of this day that drops, it's today on this day that this drops. But so she was like, "Let's go get some shopping done, and because she had already shopped for me, and I already had bought something for my mum, so we could kind of." Go and do Christmas shopping. I got my sister something. I got my brother-in-law something, and I got myself a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, that's what we like. You got to get yourself something.
So I didn't do a lot of Christmas shopping, but I got myself a new pair of Connies. So I'm some nice white low-cut Converse Chuck Taylors. I'm into it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
Should we press this question? Because I have a pressing question that I've got to ask you in a minute.
Oh, so, okay.
Number 246 is today's number.
Well,
it's a long way down.
Let's keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Keep on scrolling.
Oh, this is actually a good one.
Ooh.
Because before this, I had to go to Rory's kindy Christmas carol night at the church at the school.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was probably the best one I've ever heard about because it was only half an hour and there was only like 5
perfect.
songs. And
Bite-sized.
Then it was bingo, bango.
Was it the how do I put this? There's 2 types of Christmas carols. There's the
religious
Jingle Bell Rock, and then there's the
it was a bit of both. It was verily. It was very religiously swayed because it is a religious
church.
Yeah, it's a religious school. So
gotcha.
It was swayed to that side, but they were a bit more upbeat for younger kids, which was good.
Sure.
But yeah, 5 or 6 songs, bang them out of there in half an hour. Love that.
Fuck yeah. No, that sounds great.
So number 246. Which Christmas song would you pick if you had to listen to it for the rest of your life?
Oh, Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh.
There's no other... Because Christmas song to me... Well, is it Christmas carol or Christmas song? Because I guess they're 2 different things.
Well, it says Christmas song, so I would...
Because then you have like Wham, and then you have Mariah Carey and that all shuffled in there. There's some Ariana Grande, and there's other stuff. But if we're just talking specifically Christmas carol, it's Jingle Bell Rock. If we're talking Christmas song, Last Christmas, Wham, all the way.
Okay. I was going to go with Santa Baby, if we're talking song.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but there's so many... If you're picking a version of Santa, who's singing? Who's your preferred? Is it Taylor Swift?
I didn't even know she did one.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
She certainly does. Britney does one. Taylor Swift does one. Ariana Grande does one.
I think I knew about the Ariana one, but maybe
she's very like Santa Baby, because she hits all the better than I can.
She can get all them.
Yeah.
Well, it says song. It doesn't say by who. So I could go. I could
just
change
collectively.
It up. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have something new all the time. Okay, I understand that. Yeah, well, I would still probably go like a Last Christmas. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how overplayed it is. All I want for Christmas, like
It's a
Is
good
You,
song.
but it's a damn. I hear that at Christmas time, and I'm like, oh, it's fucking Christmas time. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really dig it. I don't care. I really honestly don't care what people say. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, I heard a stat once that every December, Mariah Carey averages about $800,000 in royalties just off that song that month.
Yeah, and she like re-enters all the charts. Like she's in the Billboard charts in December for that song. I mean, mind you, that song came out in the 90s, did it not?
I don't know.
I believe it. I believe it was, for argument's sake. But yeah, I mean, what a banger. That even might be my answer. I don't know. I mean, I can't really honestly get sick of that song. I honestly mean that. I haven't heard it a lot this year.
No, I haven't either. But I feel like that's more to do with my listening preferences. But my
dude's
how
completely
I'm intaking
same. It. But I will say, I feel like I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just fall in and out of what is cool and what is not.
Yeah.
But I feel like 10 years ago that song wasn't as like much of a meme as it is now.
No, it's definitely become sort of like culturally a bit like Nickelback.
It's like October's here, oh, Mariah. And it's like, okay, I get it, but I feel like, I don't know. Nickelback, by the way, divorced dad rock, love.
Yeah.
I love it.
I have no problem with
Fuck
Nickelback.
yeah.
They've got absolute bangers.
Yeah.
No one can say that they don't like the song Rockstar.
I know. How you remind me, Rockstar, if today was your last day, sign me up.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. Correct.
It was 94 that song got released.
Exactly. It's older than me. You know what I mean? So it's
not
literally older
me.
than I am.
It's
not.
I was 4 when it came released.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're still a '90s kid, but
Yeah.
it's older than me. So it's 29 years old this year. So like, holy fuck. That song turns 30 next year.
Yeah, right. That ages me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think, yeah, Santa Baby's probably my pick. I don't hate All I Want for Christmas Is You. If I have to go Christmas Carol, I think I'm going to have to go... Oh, that's a really tough one. I think I'm just going to have to go Jingle Bells.
I mean, jingle bells, jingle all the way. We just lost, we probably got demonetized for that. Not that we're making any monetary gain from this, but, if we were, get demonetized, get some kind of copyright on that. But, see, in my brain, though, Jingle Bell Rock, is the Mean Girls version of Jingle Bell Rock is in my head. So I don't know if that even necessarily counts as a Christmas carol, because I feel like we've had this argument before. I've had this but Mean Girls is technically a Christmas movie, technically.
This is crazy how this happens. We were literally talking about this yesterday with AFL Nine's friend of Sophie. I don't know if you know Steph. You might not know Steph. Steph and Harry play in our AFL Nine's team, and she was saying that she was wearing a Christmas shirt, and she said, I'm trying to wear a Christmas thing every single day of December. And she said it's usually been earrings and stuff. And then Elodie was like, oh, well, I've got Marge Simpson earrings in, so I guess that counts because they do Christmas episodes. She's like, yeah, I guess it counts because I still class Mean Girls as one of my favourite Christmas movies.
It's a Christmas movie because it takes place at Christmas time.
Not the whole thing.
Some of it.
Because isn't it like October?
So you're telling me every single Christmas movie that there ever is takes place only specifically on Christmas?
Not on Christmas Day, in December.
But clearly some of that movie is in December because they're at they do Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah, well, some of the movie. That means...
So therefore, but you don't say it's a Christmas summer, the movie.
Well, that means
it's a Christmas movie.
That means Forrest Gump's a Christmas movie.
Forrest Gump is? Die Hard is?
Forrest Gump, he grows up so that he has, millions of Christmases. So it's got to be a Christmas...
Exactly. So it's even more of a Christmas movie because there's multiple Christmases. I think that any movie that has Christmas in it is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Mean Girls is a Christmas movie. I'm going to put it on Christmas Eve. That's,
Yeah.
it's a Christmas movie.
We should do a poll on socials.
Okay.
About your favourite non-Christmas Christmas movie.
Okay.
Yeah, see what...
Mean Girls will probably win. But,
Yeah, I know.
All right.
But...
Mean Girls is like the... If you put Mean Girls in something, it'll win.
I'm very...
You know what I mean? Because I'm
I'm
pro Mean Girls, though. I love Mean Girls. Oh, my God.
It's a good movie. I'm like
Well,
tongue-tied.
you don't seem as like invested in it.
I just...
Well, I suppose
never...
there is a little bit of an age gap between me and you. Not heaps. But I feel like when I was a kid, that movie was just like in me. You know what I mean? Like it was a part of me and all of my friends. No matter what background, everyone watched Mean Girls. We watched that movie at school multiple times. I'm not even making that up.
That seems inappropriate.
Well, we did like, well, I don't know what it was like when your day at school, but in my
We got the
time
cane
at
and
school,
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, no worries. But when I was in high school, like I want to say like year 9 or year 10, we did like a term at school where one of our classes was about like bullying, and we watched Mean Girls, and then we had to study why those girls were mean why they were mean.
Yeah, right. No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that at all.
Great movie.
I'm very tongue-tied because I've got 2 ways that I want to take this conversation because one of them was, speaking of movies, you know what me and Rory found on the weekend sitting watching movies on Sunday is Scooby-Doo goes to WrestleMania.
Oh my God, I've watched like bits of that and I'm like, this is really awful.
Yeah, it was really terrible, but Rory loved it.
It's not good. It's not a good movie.
No, it's not. The other thing is, I said to you last week, I'd set myself a social media challenge, and
you've seen me been liking them. I've been paying attention.
I set myself a challenge. I was like, twice a day, every day of December, twice a day, I'm going to post. That lasted 2.5 days.
I was going to say, because I went back and I was like, whatever he was cooking, it's no longer on the burner.
Yeah, I was trying so hard, and then I got caught up with work stuff, and I got caught up with other stuff, and I was like, I spent my Saturday with Rory. I had Rory on the weekend, and I said to him, let's go down and watch cricket. My cousin plays a very high level of cricket. So he's the only one that I know that plays cricket. So we're like, let's go down. We'll take the bat and ball. We'll take a footy. There's a creek at the back. We can, we'll just spend the day outside. So
gotcha.
We went down. We started looking around the creek. We found some tadpoles and some frogs. And then I was like, let's go to the nets. And he was like, oh, what's the nets? So I took him into the cricket nets and was throwing balls to him. He did not want to leave. I stood there and threw balls to him for 3 hours.
That's a kid for you. That's a kid that loves, like, is he sporty?
Yeah, very. Like,
yeah, I thought he was.
So he's like 4 years old. At the start of the day, I would have to underarm it to his swing.
Oh yeah, got you.
But by the end of
my
it,
cat is here and she's very distracting. I'm like, please don't get up here, but she's like just off camera. Sorry, I'm not trying to like disturb your story, but please fuck off.
Yeah, so I was having to underarm to his swing. By the end of the day, I was standing halfway down the pitch, throwing overarm to him, and he was just belting it away. And I was like, this kid,
gotcha.
He's just, but the same way.
You love it though, don't you?
I
You
do.
love that he's like into sport and stuff like that. Because you're obviously into sports and stuff like that. So
I do, yeah. And I like that he likes to be outside. But it's like, he's very coordinated, but also so unaware of his body. It's ridiculous. Like so we got home after spending all day out in the sun doing whatever, and I was stuffed. So I was like, right, dinner in the lounge room. We're putting something on, so you just watch that. And he come over onto the couch while we were eating dinner and just like sort of rolled on and like put his foot right in the middle of my dinner because he had no idea about any of his surroundings. So he's very coordinated, but very unaware of himself. It's a weird juxtaposition.
can you please? Why are you up here right now? I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to like take away from your story. This stupid idiot keeps just like, she's like, oh, you're sitting at, look how angry. She is. Why are you so mad? Now just, go away. I was like trying to listen and I'm like, can you not? She was standing on my computer and I'm just like, oh, this is getting bad. Sorry, I have stupid animal. No, but were you, as a kid, were you sporty as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you were as a kid as well.
I don't think I was as, like, his coordination levels. I might be a little bit biased because I'm his dad. But, like,
yeah,
other people have commented as well about how freakishly coordinated he is. Like,
so, when does the rock climbing start?
Yeah, that's right. It's like, so, like, we used to take him to this, like, thing called Ready, Steady, Go, which is like a sports clinic for young kids. It's like a toddler's thing. It's like a coordination and fine motor skills sort of thing.
Gotcha.
But they do different sports and stuff. And Rory at like maybe 2.5, 3 could like pick up a footy and kick it properly. And the guy taking the class was like, how old is he? Because we've got like 4 and 5 year olds that aren't coordinated enough to do that. And he's just always been, that bit's fine. Like, he can kick a footy probably like 15 metres.
Jesus, he's 4.
Yeah, and he can hit a ball, like a cricket ball. He probably getting that 20 metres. He's like,
damn,
freakish.
More quieter than me.
But yeah, he, in other ways, he lacks awareness.
Hell yeah.
I got very sidetracked then, but I do have to ask you, what is behind your head?
Oh, that's a pride flag.
I was like, what is that? I haven't seen that before. I thought it was covering something.
No, it's just a pride flag, but I didn't have anywhere to put it. So my dining room table broke, the leg of it broke, and this was sitting on my dining room table. So I had to like rearrange some furniture this past week. And I was like, where the fuck do I put this? So like I've had to move some stuff. So it's just a pride flag, but it doesn't really look like a pride flag because you can't see, well, the pride in it. I don't know what you really call it. You can't see all the rainbow in it. So colours, yeah. it just looks like a green and yellow and orange.
I know. Just
thing.
Seems like you're
but it's just,
really into Irish.
Yeah, go Ireland and all that. But yeah, it's a pride flag, but I don't really know where else to put it because it was laying over, like draped over my dining room table. So like, you walk into my house and you're like, he's gay. Got it. So like,
it's better than having to tell everyone every time.
Yeah. I'm just like, just look at that. I feel like it's a sin. Well, it's a sin to be gay, I guess, in some religion, but I feel like it's a sin to be gay and not have the normal rainbow flag somewhere in your house. And I live in a rental. I can't just hang shit off the wall. So I have to be inventive, but I will say I don't have any kind of jersey or Guernsey or anything next to me because I've moved it all around and it's slightly off camera, but I've got like a little wall that I have all my fucking jerseys and shit and stuff. So it's not on camera anymore, but you get this fucking
PowerPoint.
Well, you didn't know it was this fucking flag behind me. I need to do something and put it like somewhere, but I don't really have a spot for it. So it's just sitting on the back of my my chair.
Because if you look like in the shot, there's like a white piece up one side next to your microphone. And I was like, maybe he's hiding something underneath there and it's like going to be a big reveal. I was like,
it's the end. It's the end. So that's the bit where you're meant to hang the flag. But I've got nowhere to hang it. And I don't know. I get a bit weird about those. There's like rental hooks that you can stick on your wall. I still feel like they're going to rip the paint off. And I don't want to be that bitch that, I would like my security bond back. So like, I don't know. So it's just sitting here. I'll have to drape it better so it's like, you can see that it's not just like a random...
Oh, yeah. I thought there was a big reveal coming. I was like, I can't wait for this.
No, there's no reveal. Shocking. It's just the back of my chair. Should I wear it over drape? This looks weirder. It's just getting weirder and weirder. Yeah, it's making a really horrendous noise because it's like a weird material, but that looks weirder. Now it looks like I'm trying to wear like... I don't know.
It almost looks racially insensitive, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a little bit. So I'm like sitting forward. I'm like, it's nothing bad, guys. It's a pride flag, okay? You can only, but just keep hating on it. I don't care. Whatever. Oh, now it's like really bothering me. I hope it just falls off. Because I did have it like draped over the back of my couch, but it's like a weird like material where it's like really slippery. So every time
Yeah.
you'd sit on the couch, it would just fall on the ground. So I was just like, I got to put it somewhere and I can't just put it on the floor. So I don't know. I got to think of a spot that it can go.
Well, it wasn't a big surprise then. Oh.
No, there was nothing to it. It's just a random $5 pride flag.
Okay, that's fine.
It looks awful. I need to like just like fuck it off. It can go on the floor, I guess, for now. No reveal. It's just my chair.
Secret lab though.
Yeah, expensive, baby.
So at work this week, we're getting a new person starting on Monday.
Not new people.
So I'd been campaigning for a new person in the office for a long time.
Oh, okay. This is self-inflicted new person then. Okay.
Well,
got ya.
so we've been campaigning for a long time to get someone else into the office because everyone in there. So there's an office of 6 of us in our little department, and we're all very busy, but some of us are having to do multiple things. So I've been campaigning. All we need is a junior who can come in and learn sort of a bit of everything and take some pressure off. And there was a young person working in the factory whose mum is part of the factory management team. So she was working with her, and I thought she would be perfect for the junior role because she knows a bit about how the factory runs. She's got relationships with the people in the factory. She's a younger person, so she's going to know computers and everything like that. It's not an older person, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And so I was campaigning to get her. Anyway, she didn't want to work in the factory anymore. They didn't, so she left and went somewhere else. And I was like, oh, damn it, that would have been a good one. But then a couple other people threw some names around, which I didn't like. So I was actively trying to undermine them to get that not going ahead. Because I want to, I like my way. And so anyway, I found a way to make my boss's son think it was his idea. And, just manipulated the situation a little bit.
I love it.
Not really, no,
I get it.
Not in a malicious way or anything, but, just fed some ideas that I thought he should take further because...
All on board. Yeah. Choo-choo. Let's go.
So anyway, I said, this is what I think, rah. He goes, that's what I was thinking that as well. And I was like, that's a great idea. Yeah, I think you should do that. Anyway, so...
You made your idea his idea.
I did. So she starts Monday. Same girl. They called her and was like...
Great.
She's only casual where she is. It's still in a warehouse. Do you want to come work in an office? She didn't want to work in the factory in that because it's too dusty and dirty and whatever. So, perfect. Come work in the office. My boss calls me into the office and one of the other guys in the office. And he pulls us both in and sort of, we're the senior members of that office. And he's going, so she starts Monday. She's a girl. And we're like, huh? I find everything he says hilarious because I just think it's so ridiculous, some of it, that I'm like, this is funny. But, so he's going, she's a girl. You guys have to watch how you speak. He's like, I'm not worried about... And he went through and named everyone in the office, except for us two. I'm not worried about them. They're quietly spoken. You two are the problem.
Oh, God.
Especially you. And pointed at the other guy. And was like, you need to watch how you speak and curb the swearing and whatever. And I was like, I don't really swear, so I don't really. But he goes, she's going to be reporting to Ray. He will be her, The way he said it as well was like really, there's not a lot of, there hasn't ever been a lot of females work at our work, but there's starting to become a lot more. So some of the language just gets misconstrued.
Gotcha.
And it's like, and he's pretty old school, but like didn't mean it in any sort of problematic way. He just was like, she's going to be reporting to Ray. He'll be sort of her supervisor. But when Rod needs her, Rod can have her. And I was like, oh, that's a bit, how you going?
Oh, no.
But like,
hello.
So basically, I'll be training her. She'll report to me. I'll assign her what. And it was just like the whole language around it. And then for the rest of the week, like, well, yesterday, I wasn't in today, but I was been going every time they swear in the office, I'm like, she's a girl.
She's a girl. How dare you?
But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. She's a girl. It was almost like he was like wanting us to go, oh, I've heard about them.
Yeah, what are they?
I've read an article about them. Yeah.
It's interesting with workplaces and stuff like that, because I've worked in a place where it's all men, and I currently work in a place where I am the only man. It's interesting. It's a very, I don't know. There's pros and cons, I guess, to both, but it's interesting. I feel like it's almost more interesting, the perception of it, than the actual reality.
Yeah.
The reality of it is I'm just doing my job and I just happen to work with all girls, whatever. But it's the perception of everyone else being like, oh, you're the only male in a female world. And I'm like, whatever. There's benefits to it. There's negatives to it, just like anything. But it's not the reasons that everyone thinks it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, sometimes I feel like a little bit of a black sheep because I'm like, well, I'm the only doodle walking around here. But also, it kind of makes me feel a bit special because I'm like, I'm the only boy around here.
Get your own
I can
toilet.
say anything. No, because they have like one shared toilet. But we have a pretty cruddy toilet at work and it often gets blocked. And we have like public toilets across the road from our clinic. If you want to do number 2, you got to go to there, but because it's an older building.
Yeah.
So when it gets blocked, I'm like, well, it can't be me.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a piss. You're the ones who are using toilet paper and other things that go down there. Sometimes that girls do that. I can't be blamed for any of that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Sometimes it's just, I don't know. You can just, I feel it weird because sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like the most manly man around because, perception of that. But when I go to work, you need something lifted up, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
I'm the one. I'm the one. You know what I mean? Clients come in, they're like, oh, we need can someone please help me take this out to me? I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like kind of like the man of the place, which has never been me.
Voice
but,
drops a couple of octaves every time.
Yeah, sometimes I like walk into a room and I'm, hey, you going? And everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh, sorry.
You need something lifted over there.
Yeah, you need you need something higher for shelf. I can't help you with that, but I'll get a ladder because I'm a man, Oh, something needs to be, I can use a screwdriver, that kind of stuff. Like, because that's how everything works in life, isn't it? Men only do that and women only, clean and shit. Isn't that what they do? Isn't that right?
Apparently, but I just do none of it, so.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of just like, sometimes I just say, I'm a dumb boy. Don't ask me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't ask someone smarter.
So what else has been happening with you?
Well, I do have some news to share.
Yeah.
We've kind of talked about this a lot, and I haven't mentioned anything in the last couple of months because, I don't know, sometimes I'm weird like that. I'm like, I don't want to put that bad juju into the world and jinx it and do anything else. But we've talked a lot about what we want to do in life and kind of in that space of like, I want to get into this. We kind of both have similar mindsets of what we would like to do, stuff like that. So a few months ago, I applied for something and I was like, on a whim, honestly left my brain. So I got an email last week, which led into a phone call, which led into some other stuff, but it's in the pipeline now. Starting next month, I'm going to go back and study, and I'm going to be studying radio broadcasting and media through TAFE.
Love that.
So I'm going to be splitting my time starting next year between where I currently live and Adelaide. So I've already got the wheels in motion with my job because obviously I have to cut back on work. So I'll kind of be doing like early part of the week here in my job and then later part of the week, I will be studying away, and it's a 2 to 3 year course, depending. The more you put into it,
Yeah.
the quicker it kind of gets done. But I'm just kind of going to go balls to the wall, kind of put myself into that. So it's the whole thing. I won't get into all the details of it, but it's TAFE through somewhere else, and then also subsections through Uni SA. So,
Yeah, I love that. It's exciting.
I'll be studying, both the ins and outs of like behind the kind of scene stuff of radio, and then in front of it, there's on-site opportunities for me to be able to actually go and work at places and kind of gain knowledge and stuff like that. So trying to get the wheels in motion to do something I really want to do. It was an awkward conversation I had to have with my work.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm only going to be available Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, guys. And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I understand if like that doesn't work for you. I'll go and get a shit kicker job just to, make ends meet and, do what I have to do. But they were cool. Like my work are pretty good, so I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah, I'm going to be starting, if all goes to plan, it's like 95% all done. Just the last little bit that I got to get through. But I'm starting that at the end of January.
It's all happening. That's exciting. How you looking forward to going back to study?
No. Well, yes and no. I am, but I know how I operate, and I'm very scared that I'm going to get in the zone of just like trying to go so hard that it doesn't work for me, in the sense of just like, it's been 10 years since I've been at school. It hasn't been 5 minutes. It's been a long time since I've had to really study and actually get in that mindset. But what I do like about it is that it's going to be a mixture of on-site and remote, so I can do classes from home.
Yeah.
Which is good. And then I have the flexibility of obviously being like, okay, I've learnt what I need to learn in my class. I can now take this and kind of do it in my own time.
Yeah.
And I'll have that 4-day period of no work where I can kind of just focus on doing that. But I kind of am going to try and get my ass down to the TAFE center as much as I can, because I work a little bit better like that in person.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll be splitting my time a bit. My car will get a nice little run out, and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm putting, some plans in motion of, when I need to stay in Adelaide and stuff like that, I can and whatever. But it's gonna be interesting. I'm very excited for it. I honestly forgot about it, and then I got a thing about it last week, and I was like, oh
yeah, yeah,
this is happening. And then it kind of all happened relatively fast after that. Like I was emailing, and then I was on the phone to them, and then all of a sudden I was actually enrolling myself, and then going through the last little bits and yeah, getting it all in motion. And then it's just like, I've been back at work for 3 days, and on the first day back, I had to tell him, I was like, actually, we'll get through Christmas, but then, I'm not going to be really around. And then everything else is just kind of happening just in terms of that. And then, some other things are in the pipeline for me, and just in content life. And, I've had more chats with 2K about some stuff, and it's just, there's a lot happening at the moment, which is, it's exciting. It's exhausting in a good way.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's just now, crossing the T's, dotting the I's on some stuff. But I'll be going back to study and getting, I don't know how it's going to exactly work in terms of just, am I just going to gas myself out so much, or is it going to be worth splitting time? Am I going to need to move? Is it more going to be hot? I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm in the mindset of it just being like, well, I'm going to make it work.
Yeah,
you know what
definitely.
I mean? Like, I'm going to do what I do. It's 2 years. I can make it work. I'm going to get pretty gassed in these couple of years. There's going to be times where I'm like, this is not fucking working. But, I'm just trying to get in that zone and that mentality of just like, this is what I always wanted to do anyway. So, and it's not guaranteed that at the end of this, that all of a sudden I'm just, oh my God, it's miraculously I have a job. But that's not how it works. Everyone knows that.
No, not at all.
That's not how it works with study. But to have it just for whatever reason, just to have it in my brain would be kind of cool. And it kind of coincides with a lot of the stuff that, even like this and the content stuff that I do, kind of all helps. So
yeah, definitely.
I kind of feel like I'm already kind of in the zone of it anyway. So then it's just, getting it all together, and then seeing how I go when it starts, and seeing how often I need to be down there and whatever, and who knows what will happen after that. But it's we've talked about it many times of what that's the kind of end goal for all of it. So
definitely.
it's cool. Yeah.
I know. I was talking about studying only yesterday, and it's quite an interesting topic for me because obviously you're that bit younger than me, but I was talking last night.
Yeah, but not much.
No, not much. But my point last night that I was making to Elodie, actually, we were talking at AFL Nines about study, and it's like, if I was to do a 3-year course right now, I would finish when I'm 37. Which isn't old in the scheme of things.
No, but in terms of like studying, I'm old.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm older studying. Like in my mind, so if I do this course and it takes me 2 years, I'll be 30.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, that to me is like, whoa, you're studying at 30. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, exactly. So if I was to finish a uni degree, say, at 37, and I'm trying to get into a quote-unquote young person's game, like, I'm really behind the 8 ball. And is that worth it? Like, am I going to give up 3 years of busting my ass to get to the end and be like, I'm 37 going against 20-year-olds for a job that they're going to be cheaper for?
I get it.
I don't know. It's just a tough spot, but I really...
I don't know. You're never going to be as young as you are right now, though, Ray. So it's like...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know, yeah. I'm definitely excited for you.
I know what you're saying, and I honestly, I do get it. But I don't think there's an age limit on that kind of stuff.
Oh, no,
If you want to do something, just honestly do it. I just got in that mindset. When I applied, I was just like, whatever. What's the worst that can happen? And then when I kind of got it, I didn't have a chance to think about it.
Yeah.
In the sense of like, how am I going to do this? I just went, no, I'm going to do it. There's always a million reasons not to do something. Just fucking do it. I'm just going to do it. Think about it and work it out as I go along. Roll with the punches and some people, and I've told a few people now of what's the kind of go, and everyone's just like, weirdly enough, a lot of people that I don't even know that well are like, but that's your personality.
Yeah.
You fit in that world. And I'm like, I know that I do, but I don't know if what is studying actually, does studying make it better? Does studying make it easier I don't know, but I'm just to have that knowledge bank, and honestly just something for me as well. I don't really ever put myself first above of just standing my ground and being like, I get in the mindset of like, it's too hard. I'm not going to do it. It's not going to work. I'm just kind of like, no, I got to have that mentality of like, I come first, and then everyone else comes second. I don't mean it in a selfish way. Just like I've got no one that relies on me in the sense of just like I live alone. I do what it's, you know what I mean. Like it's the perfect time to do this kind of stuff for me. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm sure you'll hear a lot about it, as it kind of. As it kind of expands and stuff like that. And when I'm just like, Ray, I have nowhere to sleep tonight. I'm going to come sleep at your house. That would be me. So, and it's on this side of Adelaide where my TAFE base is. So it's nice to be able to travel relatively easily.
Yeah.
It's in the northern suburbs. I'll just put it that way. So it's nice and easy for me to get to. It's not like out of the realm of possibility if I had to travel, a couple times a week. It's not that difficult for me. It's not very far. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to do it. I didn't tell Ray about this off camera because I was like, I want to just tell him. There's no point in repeating this story twice. But me and Ray have talked about it more probably than I have talked about it with anybody else. So it's pretty neat. I'm pretty excited, and I'm ready to be that study boy again.
It'd be good. It'd be hopefully worth the grind, because it's going to be a grind.
And the money. It's not cheap to study either.
It isn't.
I get government subsidized because I'm a low income earner, but that's still not to say that it's not a lot coming out of my pocket.
No, definitely not. Study is very expensive, but we have some of the best education in the world, so got to pay for it somehow, I guess.
Yeah, we can't complain. So, you know, I'm excited though. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun.
I'm still paying off those 2 uni degrees I didn't finish.
Exactly.
So
and this is just TAFE. So
yeah.
So you know, but still, it's still not cheap.
No, definitely not. At least, I think with TAFE as well, it's a little bit more like you go in there for a reason. There's not, what's the word I'm looking for? So like when I went to uni when I was doing an engineering degree at university, I had an interest in engineering, but then there's also like, you don't just do an engineering degree. Like you got to do calculus, you got to do physics, you got to do chemistry, you've got to do advanced maths, you've got to do, which is all fine, but it's a bit of a, what's the word? It's a bit tedious, and it's a bit like, I'm not actually doing it. I don't feel like I'm doing an engineering degree at the moment. I feel like I'm doing a maths degree. I feel like I'm doing a science degree.
Yep.
Whereas TAFE's a lot more targeted, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like it's like this is what you're doing, and this is all the things that relate to it. It's not like this will help. Like if you do this, it may help you with this. Like this is what you're doing. There was all different things that they were kind of going along with me, and I have options to do. Like if I just wanted to learn about the front of house stuff, the kind of
presenting
or whatever you want to call it, or if I wanted to learn, I want to learn everything because I just feel it just helps you all around. And then there's the media side of it, and that covers a lot of other things. Like there's journalism paths that you can go with that, and there's all different things that are kind of involved in media. But they do social media components of it as well, so I kind of learn about that, which I already feel like I have a little bit of a heads up with some of this stuff because of just being self-sufficient in my own content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A little bit. So it's kind of in the world that I'm already kind of dipped my toes into anyway. It's just trying to hone in on that craft, I guess, and just make it, try and see what I can do out of it. Who knows what will happen, but
definitely.
just having some more knowledge of that and just doing something for myself, really, that it's no one else's influence on me. It's just me doing it for me.
No, definitely. It'll be exciting, and as you said, you're in a perfect position to be able to do it. Like you don't have, you've just got a clean run at it. Like you've got a job that's supportive.
I've got no dependents. It's just, it's good. Yeah, my job, I'm very thankful for that because I was very nervous about it. And, I say that I'll go get a shit kicker job, but I don't want to go and work at McDonald's for 3 days. But I would have done it if I had to, you know what I mean? Like just to pay my rent. But I'm very lucky that they like me enough to be like, no, we want to keep you. So, and they know that if I ever am free in that kind of time where I'm like, hey, I'm kind of caught up, like I'll shoot my boss a message and just be like, hey, I'm available today. If you need me, just give me a holler and whatever it may be. So it's not like I'm completely abandoning them. Then it's just more so something for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. So you're in a great spot to do it and give it a real hot crack. For 2 years. 2 years is nothing, really.
2 years. It's nothing.
No.
We'll see. We'll see, though. We'll see how I go.
104 weeks. It'll be nothing.
Jesus, that's fast math. That's that calculus coming in, isn't it? That you did at uni.
728 weeks, if you want to put it that way.
Jesus
Oh, no,
Christ.
sorry. That's wrong. Wait, days. Yeah.
I was going to say days. I was like, weeks. Hold on.
Nah, let's try it. Days.
Days, yeah.
But it'll be good. Be very good.
Exciting. Exciting.
When you go to a fish and chip shop or a chicken and chip shop, whichever one's your preference, what's the best menu item?
Well, potato cakes.
Okay. I love a dippy dog.
But they have to have me too. I have a dippy dog with no sauce. Is that weird?
No, me too.
I don't like sauce.
I get nuggets with no sauce.
Just let me. Jesus fucking Christ. My mic stand fell off. Oh, well, I'll just hold it for the rest of the episode.
I get nuggets with no sauce from McDonald's because I'm dirty like that.
No, me too. It's so much better.
Yeah, it is so much better. That's what I keep trying to tell everyone. It's easier to eat. It's better. But yeah, I'm a dippy dog kind of guy from a chicken and chip shop.
Yeah, I'm a potato cake guy, but it has to have chicken salt.
Okay. Yeah. Do you get chips as well, though, with it? Because it's basically the same thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but I always... If I go to a fish and chip shop and I'm getting stuff like that, I always get like a minimum of chips. You know what I'm saying? With chicken salt.
Yeah. You got to have chicken salt.
With chicken salt. Yeah.
I think people that have chips without chicken salt probably should be arrested.
Yeah, well, it's weird to me that like Americans don't even know what chicken salt is.
Yeah, well, it's an Adelaide thing, Matani's.
What's a Matani?
That's the brand. Matani's chicken salt.
Is that the one in like the orange and black?
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Oh, gosh. That's an Adelaide
I get
thing.
chippy salt.
Okay.
Have you ever had chippy salt?
I don't know.
You can't get it at Woolies. You can only get it at Coles or like a Foodland.
Okay. No,
it's like it's in like a white container, and yeah, it's called chippy salt. It's like the greatest chicken salt in the world.
Yeah, righto. I did not know about that.
It's a good time.
Okay.
It's a fucking good time, trust me.
Okay. Yeah. I like the Matani's. Or
I used to like that, but I don't like it anymore. Well, I don't not like it. I shouldn't say I don't like it. I just I don't buy it for myself.
No.
I should say.
I do like a garlic and herb salt though. That can go nicely on something with, put a bit of feta over the top of your chips with a bit of garlic and herb salt. Stop the boats. Yeah. I know. I was thinking about it today because I was at the chicken and chip shop. Well, not really chicken. It was
you had a field day because you went at work today.
Oh, I did have a great day. Not at work today. But to be fair, I got up this morning. I slept in. You should have seen how late I slept in.
What time was it? Am I going to judge you?
7 o'clock.
Jesus, Ray. Oh, God, I'm dropping... Jesus fucking Christ, I'm dropping everything over here. I was trying to fix my mic stand, but it's fallen on the ground now, so you can wait.
Yeah, 7 o'clock because this guy parties.
Party animal.
And then my girlfriend had to go do some drop-offs and then pour a bacon egg roll back home with a coffee. Get out of town, stop the press. Then went to the Crows and had some stuff there, and then did some Christmas shopping, and then got some dinner on the way back from Rory's concert. But yeah, I stopped at this. It's like a takeaway shop. It's like a bit of a chicken and chip shop, fish and chip shop sort of thing, but they do a bit of everything. And I find it awkward waiting in one of those shops, just watching them cook me food. So I stood out the front and I was just sort of scrolling on my phone, as I do, as everyone does really. And I was just standing there in my own little world, and I hear on the window, boom, 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 boom. The lady behind the counter is just like bashing down on the window to try get my attention that my order was ready to get the fuck out. I was like, she could have just yelled out instead of just trying to break her window.
Now, is this like a little... When we say a fish and chip shop or like a chicken shop or whatever, you got to have like the rinky-dinky, like the littlest freaking like shop you can find, right? Like the little corner ones that are just like kind of hidden from everyone. Those are the best ones. It's not the ones that are big flash and fancy that you want to go to.
No, big flash and fancy, it's a bit... Depends, because there is one big flash and fancy one on Main North Road at Blair Athol. Fucking
Chicken hell, Chef. we love having a good old Adelaide chat. We have the most like
people.
just saying like Main North Road, Blair off. It's just like people outside of Adelaide are just like,
yeah. There's one there called Chicken Chef. That's big, flash and fancy, but they keep winning best chips in Australia.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard of them before.
Yeah, they're pretty good, but
rinky-dink ones are the best though.
I think we're lucky down the beach way. There's always some.
Ray lives in a nice area, to be fair. Like it's like a very it's without giving away where he lives. It's very isolated from the rest of the city.
That's a good way to describe it.
In a good way.
Yeah,
in a good way. It reminds me of where I live, but like
in the city.
But you're like a heartbeat away from,
Yeah.
you know, being at Red Square. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a heartbeat away here from being at Woolworths. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, I forgot what I was saying there. But down near the beach.
Yes, Rinky Dink. Yep, got you.
Down near the beach, there's
those are always
ones.
good. There's always good ones down by the beach. We have lots of like places here right down by the beach.
You know
the best.
Also always better near the beach? Ice cream shops.
Oh my God, is there anything better than when you're on the beach and an ice cream van rocks up?
Yeah. You can
sign me up.
Copenhagen ice cream shops or whatever they are called now. Down by the beach, there's nothing better than a nice scoop of ice cream in a cup, walking along on a hot day.
Even in a cone. I like an ice cream in a cone.
I just feel like the cup's more convenient.
No, I get you. But you just shove it down. When you have that waffle cone, get in me. I fucking love ice cream. I don't eat that much of it, to be honest. Yeah, I could do with an ice. Has it been, well, it's been a very hot week.
Yeah.
It's meant to get hotter. Here on Friday, the day this airs, is 43.
Really? It's cooling down here.
Saturday's meant to be cooler.
Yes.
But 43.
We've got the project end of year party on Saturday here at my place because we thought it was going to be warm weather and we could use the pool. But it is not going to be warm.
It's going to be raining. It's going to be raining and it's going to be windy. I don't think anyone will be swimming.
No, personally. I don't think so either. So
I don't know that, but as someone who can't swim, that isn't the worst news for me, to be completely honest.
I love swimming. It's one of my favourite things. It's going to be 31.
If I knew how to do it, yeah, well.
I was saying today that every time I go to clean the pool at home, I end up just like, maybe I'll get in. And then I just like check the robot vacuum in and like jump in with it. Then I'm like, I don't actually do anything. I just end up swimming around hoping the vacuum will get most of it.
That's fair.
But it is going to be warm tomorrow, so looks like Daddy's jumping in the pool.
Go for a quick dip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got that. I didn't think it was your girlfriend. Like I thought it was you. But you never know. I don't know what everyone's into.
But yeah, so I love it. It's one of my favorite things about.
Good for you.
Jumping in there.
Well,
it's much better when the kids aren't here.
Oh, I could imagine. Oh God,
they love it
though. Although, if I got in a pool, Ray, you would have to literally save me because I would drown.
We've got floaties.
So, yeah, I would be that person. I'm that person at a pool party that's like, I'll just dip my feet in.
We've got like
it's fine by me.
One sort of shallow end of the pool. Our pool's surprisingly deep.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Our pool's like surprisingly deep for a suburban pool. But yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Also, funny little anecdote. The house next door to ours sold about a month ago.
I remember you saying this to me when we were in person a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so the place sold next door. No one's moved in yet. But I seen them there today.
Oh, no.
And so I feel like it could be hilarious because they could move in on Saturday and their first night in the house is us just absolutely sending it on Saturday night.
Oh, no, Ray. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
That's funny.
That could be a good introduction. Oh, well.
We'll see how that goes.
That's it. That's their problem. Yeah. So, yeah.
We'll be actually in person again this weekend, this said party. We are both a part of that. So we'll see each other. So I'm sure we'll have stories to tell because it's not only, there's other people there, obviously, but it'll be the first time that me and Ray are around when either of us have alcohol in our system.
I don't know if I'm going to drink yet, but...
I have decided that I am.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to drink. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if you'll like me after the weekend, Ray.
It's no worries.
I'm staying at Ray's house. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I think, a couple of the people from the project have told me that they've had exhausting weeks at work, so they're ready to absolutely rip in on the weekend. So Should be
Hell
a
yeah.
fun night. We're
It's that
talking about beer
pre-little
pong
Christmas,
today.
yeah. Oh, boy.
So, look out, I guess.
Jeez Louise. Turn the fucking cameras off.
Yep.
Jeez.
Let's,
It's gonna be...
yeah. We'll go Facebook Live on the Project account or something.
That'll go down fucking
Yeah.
swimmingly. Swimming.
I actually almost... I had
Oh,
access
God.
to my work Facebook for a little bit because we
Oh,
were doing some...
No, fucking no.
we were doing some... there was a promotion that we were doing, some live thing, and I was sort of the only one that knew how to do it. So they gave me access to the Facebook social media account for the business. And one night I was out with some workmates. I was like, let's go Facebook Live on the business one.
Oh, God.
Lucky they stopped me. But
Yeah, well, lucky they did. You probably wouldn't have a job.
I know. That would have been pretty funny though.
Yeah, for the meme, it would have been funny.
Yeah. So, anyway. Well,
Oh,
yeah. Follow our socials. Follow Josh's socials. I'll try kick off my posting again.
Yes, please do. I was liking those posts. I was like, Ray's trying.
was
That's all I
trying.
needed. Was just it was a little commitment, and I was happy.
I was trying. I was really trying, but then I just get so
Life got in the
distracted.
way.
And
Life got in the way. I
yeah,
get it.
I know. But yeah, like all our socials. Watch out. Tell your friends. Like them, subscribe, whatever. Press follow.
You got that.
Yeah.
I loved. You know what? My favorite part about this show is me letting you just do that bit. Because I honestly, I mean this with all my love, Ray. I could do it so much more fluently
Well,
than
do
you.
it.
No. I like watching the struggle. It's
Yeah.
so fucking fun to me.
Well,
It may be the best part of this show.
like and follow.
It's just watching you go and like and follow and watch and Josh's socials as well.
Yeah. Do whatever. I'm not your dad. Yeah.
It's my favorite fucking part.
Yeah. We'll speak to you next week. We won't see you, but you can see us.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, good luck to you then. I don't know. See you.
You didn't have anything for that?
No.